Hello and welcome, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. If you want to continue following along, don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. And, of course, if you are interested in supporting us a little further, consider becoming a member. Members get some really cool emotes that are based off of my 4 emotions that I show as a DM. I'm only allowed 4. Well, anyways, aside from that, if you want to support us by another means, you can join us on our Patreon. You can go to the link down in the description below, get into our Discord server, and potentially playing one of our games. We do have open slots available. It is a pay-to-play community, but if you are interested in any of that, be sure to reach out and let me know. So, Gray, what happened last time?
So we started it with an unfortunate moment where she both finds out that her friends will rat out her desires with, for courtship, and that the one person she's ever been attracted to turned out to be gay. So it's at that dinner that we're told that the final and closing ceremonies is reserved for Valen only. So while they're at home with nothing to do, she asked that they start cleaning a little bit in return for their stay. So Forrest decides he wants to try and sneak in on those plans and has his familiar return to him. And after that, we talk with Arul and learn that she is a sorcerer, and it's an uncontrolled magic that she has that comes from her, and it's impacting her ability to breathe. Interacting with the magic in an area makes that difficult. And in the middle of all of this, Cad reveals to Gray that he had made a pact a few weeks ago to have Arul's appearance return to normal. And he, because she had turned into a tiefling because of Callius's attempt to, whenever he made his own deal, to control what happened. So, Cad then asked Gray for her help, and she asked Fasteel for guidance. And his reply is that he is hungry for just a little bit more. So, in the middle of all this, she decides to go bury the skull. At dusk, Callius, who had been killed briefly in a fight with his mother, and Copernicus, who somehow just managed to survive a fight with his mother, who is a storm sorcerer, they all arrive and Cad cooks. And in the middle of all this, the conversation is an absolute disaster. Forrest impatiently pulls up to the group that we had learned about Aurel's condition and that we wanted to help. And Copernicus gets escorted out by his father. Callus seems angry about it too, and that's whenever they find out also about Cad's deal, and Victoria rips into him for risking his life for something that may not be possible. And it just seems like the rest of the family just blows up. Victoria has to go to the ritual grounds to try not destroy her city, and Callius is the only one of the family who remains, since he probably does understand Cad's sacrifice a little bit more than the others. Gray missed out on all of this and returns and learns about the conversation. Cassius returns to tell Cad that he's proud of him and just to do right. With that in mind, we do retreat to Vanessa's home for the evening to wait for Corby's arrival. Forrest takes Flea aside and tells him that he has to do something away from everyone else, and gives him a piece of paper to give to Gray, saying that she's to send a message to the person on the paper. Flea and Forrest say their goodbyes, and we're left to rest for the evening.
So, you all are welcomed into Victoria's home. A very humble, very simple abode. It seems to have 6 beds, no additional rooms other than a bathroom, and what appears to be a sitting floor table. One that only sits maybe about 6 to 8 inches off the ground, with all of these tiny little pillows around it for people to sit at and enjoy as well. Now, as you all are brought in here, she welcomes you, of course. So, I suppose things have gotten a little heavy. And you all hear the thunder and lightning in the sky yet again.
I like your table. It's nice to have finally be around with one that's looks good quality. And I'll go sit at the table.
It's the first table
Seeing
you
I'd
can't
like
crawl underneath.
Right.
I'm sorry, I just realized that without... It's your foe, short things.
I'll figure it out.
God.
But yeah, you go over and sit down, and you do see that there's a nice bowl sitting there that has corn chips in it. No dip here, just corn chips. She looks over at you, Cade. Well, all of you are welcome to stay here as long as you need. Of course, if you stay longer than a couple of days, we will need you to assist with some chores. But, Mr. Coach shall be here in the morning, and he's usually very prompt.
And we'll be leaving after our meeting with them.
Very well.
I'm going to attempt to slide a hand a corn chip and taste it.
You can roll if you would like, but... Wait, don't you have the gloves?
Yep, 24.
Oh yeah, the gloves don't give advantage. It's expertise, right?
You have like a +5 for armor.
Oh,
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
look them
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, they're plus,
it's
yeah.
better than expertise for most of the campaign.
Yeah.
So I was just standing in a corner, kind of watching everything a little awkwardly.
The one you grabbed from the top seems a little bit, how do we say this? Warm still? It's still at that, like, slightly crispy, slightly soft texture from the homemade chip itself, and none of them are cut like, you know, most of us would assume corn chips to be cut, which is all triangles. No, they're all different manners of shapes that seem to be cut through when they made them, just whatever they could make them into. Mostly round-ish with sides. But it tastes good. Apparently it has some type of, like, bean quality to it. Not just corn. It's interesting, to say the least. A little bit of salt.
I'm gonna get up and try to find the kitchen and see if I can find any like guacamole dip, anything. I'm being my usual quiet
Curious
self.
self. All right.
Yeah.
So there's actually no kitchen here. Inside of that little dining section, there is a stone oven And there's a couple of shorter counters. Since she is very old, the counters are to match her shrunk height as well. But you check the cabinets and you open the oven, and inside of the oven there's this meaty smelling pie. That isn't quite done yet. Needs another hour or so.
It looks great. It smells really good.
I call it a pan pie. It's literally in like a cast iron skillet just filled with things around and overflowing.
Nice.
Thank you for taking us in.
Oh, it's never an issue. That's what Valen is here to do. But anyways, pick whichever beds you all would like. I'm just going to stay up another, well, hour and a half or so, and then probably knock off as well. And she sits on one of the beds and just starts, like, twisting some horsehairs together, creating strings.
Gray will find a spot, get cozy.
Tara will, Indian style, in the corner he's in, and start to meditate.
Cat's just taking out like a quill and ink, just writing a little letter.
All right.
And I'll go stare out the window, and once most people have gone to bed, I'll crawl under one of the beds to sleep.
You lift up. Very well. One by one, you all drift slowly to sleep. Then, morning rolls around. Dar and Cade are the second two awake, almost exactly at the same time. Oh, sorry, Dar, you trance, so you're the first one awake. Cade, you're the second person who actually sleeps to wake up. And Victoria seems to already be awake as well, and messing around in the kitchen, and seems to have put the pan pie on the table. And it does smell very meaty right now, like vegetables, meats, maybe some type of broth, but thick, like chowder in there as well. It's interesting. Then everybody else wakes up. Come on over and eat.
Yep. And I'm gonna sneak over to, not sneak, but I'll walk over to Gray. And Miss Gray.
Yes, Sling.
Here's a letter from Forrest, and I'll hand her the letter.
Okay. She'll open it. But Zen has not gotten back to me on what it actually says.
Okay.
Oh,
so
you're gonna be getting a hold of crap.
I mean, he kind of told me, but he didn't give me the exact stuff.
it's the vampire.
Yeah, letting him know he's heading over there to study or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, everybody, please join us over here and eat. Just because you're stressed doesn't mean you don't need your energy. Come on.
Yep. Cat's gonna go to the table.
All of you are
And I'll go
forced
sit
to
at the
sit
table.
down.
Morning, Miss Victoria.
And I'll actually, usually I have my good berries that I have instead, but this time I'll actually eat.
It is, for all intents and purposes, a very large pot pie that tastes delicious, but is way too filling compared to what most of you survive off. Flea, yeah, that's about normal for you. Slight gorging, you're good. Yeah, it has peas, string beans, a little bit of carrot, chicken chunks and what looks like a white chowder with a very buttery crust. So, as you are all sitting there eating, the awkwardness weighing on the four of you, but Victoria seems completely immune to it.
Jamie, how about the dishes after?
No need.
I'll help.
No need. You all are going to be leaving very soon.
I was just about to have a conversation with him about that.
Oh, please. Yes.
Yeah, I thought we were leaving now after breakfast.
This is where we're meeting Corby.
Yes. What would you like to have a conversation with me about?
With everyone else. Our group.
Would you like me to excuse myself outside?
We could step outside if we need to talk like that. We can step out.
Why should 4 people move when one could move by themselves? That's just lazy. I'm not lazy. Ugh! She stands up and slowly walks with her cane outside.
That wasn't why I didn't want to kick you out of your own house, but
She never
Oh, it's no
changes.
worries. I can go feed the birds.
She never changes. Yeah, it's a nice simple smile on his face.
She seems very relaxed compared to everybody else here.
Yep.
well, Cade, your intuition about the netted formations, it's been confirmed that we can start searching there.
Good. Good. We can immediately first go stop by. Quickly restock and we'll head straight there.
Where we could stop by where you were very quiet.
We could stop in Alona real quick, restock, prepare, and head straight towards Spalding.
That we can do.
Again, thank you for helping me out with this. Thank you.
I wouldn't imagine not helping a friend.
Hey. Yep.
Alright, well, let's get everything packed up and ready for whenever Corby gets here.
Yep. Yeah, it's a second time.
So,
Yep.
you all pack up your things after eating, and presumably one of you actually does do the dishes, just because nice people do nice things like that. Yep, that's reasonable. And you walk outside where you all see 3 individuals. Victoria sitting over by the front perch of the railing that leads down to the rest of the villa of sorts. Yeah, yes, that's what it is. Yeah. And the looming massive corvée that you all recognize. And there's a 3rd individual kind of standing next to him. More relaxed on the side. 3rd individual, would you like to describe what you look like, please?
3rd individual would. 3rd individual is a young, middle 20s man, well tanned skin with pushed back long white hair, very nice piercing blue eyes, and a star across the nose. Fairly well built. He's wearing a series of leathers with ornate pieces of metal guarding specific areas, like parts on his chest, maybe part on his shoulder, part of a sort of half waist cape on his side, and peculiar, never gonna get the word, strangely, also seems to have a set of dagger sheaths on his side, as well as a sword sheath on his back, yet nothing filling them.
You all step outside and you see the three of them standing there. It is Victoria standing. Wait.
Victoria's mom. Vanessa.
Vanessa! It is Vanessa standing there. I
Just
fucked that up.
making sure.
Why
you're
did
about
I
to give
name
me a
all of...
heart-
Why did I give them all V names? God damn
You're
it.
like, I walk out there, I'm like, I'm about to have a heart attack. Okay, here we go.
Yes. The three of them all seem to be standing there, with only that third individual kind of like, leaning over the side a little bit and like, more relaxed than the other two.
Ruby?
Corby turns and looks at you all. So, congratulations on your success in the mission. And of course, my condolences for your fallen comrade. Who the fuck is that? Looks at Dar.
I'm Dar. Who the fuck are you?
I am Corby Coach.
Greetings.
You as well.
He seems to be capable. We lost one. We figured we'd pick one up.
Ah,
He's a friend of ours.
very well. That is your judgment to make, not mine. And he looks you up and down. And just to reiterate for everybody, Corby is a massive but old man. 6'5" to 6'8" ish. Very broad. Sits with a cane, but doesn't seem to really rely on it with any of his movements. Just more of a utility scepter of sorts.
I am now starting to pick up that he's Valen. I'm now starting to see it.
Yep. And now that all of you have been in Valen, he matches the description of many of them. Other than one thing, Corby is very smart. And Valen does not have any wizards, really.
Sure,
That
what
was
you
a
trying to
nice way
say?
of putting it.
Valen does not have smart people. They have strong people.
Okay, from Valen.
And where do you sit on the spectrum of wizards?
On the lower end.
There we go. So, I suppose I need your full report on what has transpired over in the sunken city, which apparently is not sunk.
I'm willing.
Do you want to do it, Miss Gray, or you would like me to?
I'm willing to go through it.
Sorry, but to me that was canon, where you start and he just goes, "Did you want?" Okay.
I mean, highly appropriate.
Yeah. But he will. Tell me.
Once we arrived over the river, we couldn't find anything, despite checking the maps, checking everything multiple times.
One moment. Bridge, are you taking notes? Bridge?
What's coming through?
Now
Hello?
it is. You're still a little
Can you hear me
choppy,
okay?
but now we can hear you. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, trying to figure that out. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah. Your
Yeah,
bandwidth
I'm,
seems to be at its limits. You might have to close
taking
tabs.
Nope. Anybody gotta? Yeah, I'm working on that now. About to plug in an Ethernet cable.
All right.
I guess I'll take notes. Anybody got some parchment?
Ugh. He reaches into his coat and, oh, fine, you have some too. But anyway, so you said you went past the river, not through the woods. Or did you go over
Yes.
the river?
We went through the river and fought over the woods, but
Oh.
we checked it and we should have been there. And we started detecting illusionary magic and decided to test fire, conduct a few experiments using long-range detecting devices, crossbow bolts, and we
Efficient.
ended up, yes, in a way, and we ended up knocking a person out of the illusion. Using information we obtained from her, we made our way into the illusion, where there was, as we came to find out, 3 members of the Blood Council, the Red Council. They were using a skull as a focus for a area effect that locks them in there with ferals and these council members. And once we were inside,
These vampires, do you know anything about?
2 of them are gone forever.
Allow me to be more specific. Do you know anything useful for me to research?
There was... Let's see.
Would you like me to go, Miss Gray?
Was there anything left? I destroyed the focus.
No, all of them are destroyed, but we could give a brief overview of their abilities.
Yes,
Research that.
that
Yes.
if that's, well, the stronger ones do not seem very affected by sunlight like you would think. They're fast and they're strong, and the older ones are cruel beyond belief. The ones we put down were cruel even by their standards.
Very well. And you managed to fall 2 of these vampires.
Yes.
Did you have a classification for them?
Bloodline ancestors. What's the name of them?
Did you tell him that they were noble vampires?
Yeah, I think so. But I would have.
That's why I figured.
Yeah.
Noble vampires.
Kata can't
Haven't
hear
had-
you.
Keep it better now? What now?
Yeah, now we can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that better. Yeah, I was just saying bloodline ancestors.
Noble vampires, bloodline ancestor. Okay, this is much for me to go off. And the headache of their existence here. Gone?
Yes. I have the capacity to end an undead life.
I hope you mean in some capacity outside of healing.
Yes.
Very well. Good. So, with that problem out of the way, here is your payment. And he reaches behind him and yet again, seemingly from nowhere, pulls out a large chest and hands it forward to you. Hey.
Can Kate pick it up? Like hold it? With 6 strength?
Yeah, you can hold it. You're not moving, but you can hold it.
Okay.
Yes.
That'll
And he'll just take it and hand it over to her. Just
Like, he gave the chest to Kate. I was like, I had to mentally do some gymnastics for that for a sec.
Wait.
I mean, you don't hand the money to the leader, you hand the money to the person who's backing up the leader. So, with that being the situation, are you all done with this analysis of the territory, or do you require more work investigating into now these vampires, now that we know it is not a singularity event?
We would love the opportunity, but I believe that we have something else that we would like to work on beforehand.
Very well. Well, whenever you change your mind, I will be working on it, and, well...
Yeah. I got the impression that we don't really have to worry about the vampires too much anymore, so...
Excuse me, but I still like to be cautious.
No, yes, of course.
Something like noble vampires have not yet been recorded here in Komoda. And I'd
There's
like
a
to look
shipwreck.
into why. A shipwreck? Very
Yes.
good.
In the I can't see behind since Gab at the coming up the Nagare.
No, it wasn't in the guy. It was over here.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the shipwreck
Um,
was literally as close to that location as you could have gotten.
It's based, and it was also burned. The shipwreck was completely destroyed of any evidence of being there.
And
We did manage to swim through and pick up a few things, though. That is good. Auntie. Well, if you need any of the items, we'll give them to you. For your own investigation. Much appreciated. Thank you. So, I am going to pick up these items and then return to Alona. If all of you are interested in coming with me, it will be much faster than hoofing it. So, I recommend it. For the time being, Ridge, stick with all of them, you annoy me. And he walks off.
No, that's just rude.
Now,
Hello.
if we get to Alona, that would speed our travel to the knitted formation greatly.
Gonna go to Vanessa and just hand her the letter just to Mom. For when I tip a spear.
She'll nod.
I'll walk over to Ridge. Hello. Nice to meet you. Cade.
Well, hi. Ridge. Ridge Dragon.
Cadamus Cade. 6 out of his hand is shake.
He'll give it a firm handshake.
Well, welcome to our little group. We generally don't get into much trouble. And we're soon heading to Alona and then probably Spalding.
I love how
Interested in
Cade
it.
just adopted him. Out of no, like, here, come, welcome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dara's just staying back, taking it all in silently.
He was told to come with us, so greetings. Hello.
I will kind of stay off to the side over next to Dar and cast Zone of Truth.
Oh,
Oh, are they doing
Alrighty.
that?
So I
I
need
thought this-
all of you to make that saving throw.
Can I
Charisma,
say
Charisma or
right?
wisdom?
I think it's charisma. Can you roll the ability? Thank you. Charisma save.
Charisma.
DC 15.
Hey, it's good.
Cade can now lie. Gray, you're aware of it. Bridge can now lie. Gray, you're aware of it.
I can
Do
talk to
I-
each other, Rich.
do I know she did something?
Oh, you'll definitely be aware that it's going on.
Damn it!
Yeah, Flea is the only one who failed. You're muted,
Please
Flea.
muted.
It's charisma, not wisdom, Dar, so don't laugh too soon.
Oh yeah, re-roll it. That was
Ah!
wisdom. Roll charisma.
Ooh.
Oh, it's Christmas? I thought you said.
Yeah, it's charisma.
Damn it! You-
All right. So Flea, you feel a yearning inside of you to just spew out the truth, but you can hold it back. It's just your body wants to make you tell the truth.
Dara just looks over at Gray with a raised eyebrow.
As does Ridge.
Like,
Oh
Dar,
no, there's
shut up.
two of them.
You're gonna be a problem, aren't you?
I usually am. And you're going to at some point in your life tell me how you knew him and how you just showed up.
How I knew who your friend who died?
Yeah,
Yes?
your ex-lover. You're gonna tell us that story.
Speaking the truth, so he believes this.
I've never met him.
That is the thing, yeah.
Hmm.
I didn't know him. I never met him.
So, Rich, how did you get work? How did you start working with Corby?
Well, honestly, I don't really know. Spoke loud enough at a tavern, and I believe at one point he called me a babbling idiot.
And he hired you after. Were you at least?
I mean,
I'm just trying to figure out
I don't.
for what purposes. Kind of, where are your talents? Why did he hire you?
I have my talents. Maybe one day you'll see them if we run across any brigands or bears. But besides
Yes, you're-
that,
So your combative talents. Okay, that's just all I really need to know for now.
sure.
Cade, fine with just knowing that you at least you can fight.
We better catch up with Corby if we're going to make good time to Alona.
So you said you're gonna run up to Corby?
Mhm.
Okay. You run up to him, and he appears to be in some side building of sorts, and is currently being handed things by Vanessa. Yeah. And as those things are being handed over to him, he's tucking them behind his cloak, and they disappear one after another. Then he looks over at you. What?
We're ready whenever you are.
Good. Let me hurry. And after he says that, Vanessa picks up her cane and cracks him in the shoulder because she can't reach his head. Be nicer. Wasting my time is not something that I'm nice about.
What do you mean, wasting your time?
Speaking of things that don't matter. It's inefficient. Doesn't matter.
So
You
we're
are an ignorant buffoon. Cracks him in the shoulder again, and he like winces a little bit.
If we're about to teleport, Talon will come in and land on Dara's shoulder.
Perch. Sorry, he's always been a little socially off.
I thought I said I told him everything I knew.
Yes, you did. It's just how he is. We have the things. Now we leave. And he just walks past. Eating him never worked.
I'm very confused. Did I say something inappropriate?
No. He just thinks the entire world revolves around him and his wantings. And when you said we're ready when you are, he probably interpreted it as, let's leave.
I was just trying to be nice to say that, he wouldn't have to wait on us.
He is a buffoon.
Hmm.
And she walks and, like, grabs onto your arm and forces you to walk very slowly just to spite him. As he sits there.
I would do that, yeah.
As he sits there and draws the magic circle in place for teleportation and looks over at you all very, like, keeps going. And they're moving at a snail's pace.
Chat's just making small chat at Ridge, trying to get to know new person.
All right, small
Keep your
chat.
mind off. So,
Oh,
and then in. So then in. Any reason why you're in Alona? Just born and raised, or did you come in from the mainland?
Oh, well, the fine people, the fresh drinks, and evidently the multiples of people asking questions. No offense, it's seems to be a thing around here.
Just trying to get to know you. Person for a few bits.
No offense taken, of course. Ask away.
Okay, you're born native of Alona. That's what I'm curious about. You come from the mainland. That's what I was asking. Are you native?
Native? No, I've been traveling around. I can't even fully remember where I came from. It's been so long.
Journeyman. That's nice. Been any places interesting?
Well, I was either drunk, asleep, or held against my will in most of them. So there was this one forest, I will say, that was interesting time. Sorry. One forest was an interesting time. You know, the sap seemed to have a delicious nectar that turned out to be both delicious and sweet, as well as a hallucinogenic. So we don't talk about that. Actually, I should probably shut my mouth.
Oh, please go on. This sounds like a very.
Oh God! All right, how long can I?
Well, I'll keep going with this until Joe makes it stop. I will keep going. I will go.
The question is, how long can I actually improv? Let's find out.
Rich, really, you should ask Kate a lot more questions, if I were to be honest. Like,
Oh, if you want to ask
you can ask him about the time that he peed on someone's knee, time he got arrested.
this does ask a very particular question. I will say, why were y'all hired? What's y'all story?
Tales of this time. We needed money, so we went for a job. Blue Corvée was hiring. We propositioned our skills as a group. He accepted.
Propositioned.
He's really good at peeing on people's knees.
Never miss anything. Attack.
Ah,
At this point, I have to lean into it because he's brought that up so many times. I'm never gonna outlive it, Flea, am I? Never. You're never. Yeah, I know.
It's just an interesting part about who you are. It's...
Wait, I just realized, is Flea still a part of Zone of Truth?
Yes.
Is he? Is
Yes,
what?
he is.
yeah.
He's not lying.
Zone of Truth lasts for like 10 minutes. So yeah, it's still there.
Oh god.
And you all see Corvée standing there, like very loudly tapping his foot, looking so incredibly impatient as Gray and Vanessa are but 20 feet away discussing sandal and shoe tying methods.
And their appropriation by colonizers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, speaking of making good gold, which, yeah, that would have been a
It's fair enough.
easy way of explaining myself. It seems like if we want to get some more coin in our pockets, we might want to follow Corvée.
Yeah, Corvée. I forgot. So rude. Let me introduce you to the group. Well, everyone waiting. The one escorting Vanessa, that's Miss Gray. She is our party's cleric. Nate, best cleric in all of Alona. Over there, the halfling, that is Flea. He's our resident stealth expert and party's druid. Over there is Dar, our resident archer. He's newish too.
Dark nods his head with his hands folded behind his back.
My brother Forrest is a much better druid than I am, and he'll be back hopefully soon.
I see.
Yeah.
Dar, Flea, Gray, and Cade, right?
I'm Kate, this party's swordsman.
Ah. Fair
And-
enough.
Vanessa
Nice to meet all of you.
Vanessa slowly stands back up and completes the last 20 feet over towards you, as Corvée has a physical blood vessel in his forehead. Are you done? Now don't be inefficient and waste time talking about things.
I mean, we did cut our conversation short to keep you from waiting.
Grab hands or stay here. And he completes the circle immediately.
He grabs the hand.
You all
I guess grabbing hands.
grab onto one another's hands and jazz and
Across America.
and have any of you ever teleported before?
Cat hasn't. I can tell you straight up, Cat has not.
Oh, Dar, you're the only one fine. Everybody else con save.
Oh god.
Oh god. Okay. Oh, that's
Yep.
not a good score.
That's a.
Okay, it's decent.
I'm still bending down talking about the shoes.
Oh, geez. All right. Yeah, Gray, you're the only one who actually failed. So, as you all grab hands to one another, you feel the pulsation of your entire bodies vibrate and then elongate as you go shooting off across the sky and move at this blinding pace where everybody else instinct tells close mouth, close eyes. Gray, you go, oh, and we weren't, and take a deep breath as you're going, which is not a smart thing to do when you're flying through the open skies at that speed. And all of you land heavily onto some solid wooden floor that has rugs around you rolled out of the way, and you hear common tavern music playing from down below. Gray, you immediately vomit everywhere.
Yeah, just
Flea, that was actually kind of fun.
No,
I'm sorry,
that reminded me of a drink. Oh, Miss Gray, you dropped something.
Dara backs up and looks down at her.
It's gonna back up too, away from the vomit.
Oh, you no longer have your prestidigitator.
no.
Aw.
Can I cast Spare the Dying because I'm
Yeah,
dying
yeah,
right
that's fair.
now.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Corvi looks over at you. You're supposed to close your mouth, and then prestidigitates it away.
Thank you.
Ugh.
An awarding would have been nice.
I'm starting to regret my current job. Ugh.
Fine, you're relieved. Everybody, feel free to leave.
Nah, my bad, boss. I thought I was quieter.
He gestures, and the door opens with a mage hand.
Dara nods to him. It was a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Ugh.
And walks out the door.
Okay, just waiting to take the rear of the group. Waiting for trying to be the last one out.
Go ahead on. Gray will go ahead and go.
Please, clear you there still.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure you didn't
Somewhere.
disappear. Okay, there it is.
Stealth check, go ahead. I mean,
Probably
as far
behind-
as...
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was just gonna say behind someone
As
walking
far as
closer.
Kate knows, you're gone. And he assumes
Yeah.
you're with the group. Whenever you
Yep.
disappear, he just assumes.
Gray and Dar are the only ones aware to you.
It was nice meeting you, Rich. If you need anything from us, or if you ever want to hire for anything, we'll be at the pyramid in town. You cannot miss it.
Not for a little while.
Well, yeah, not for a little while, but that's generally where you can send messages to us.
If I remember correctly, Corvée did tell Ridge to like just stick with them for a while, right?
Yes, but that was because he was going to pick up important things, but after your sly comment on the side, which was your umpteenth sly comment, he just said, no, you can leave now, and opened the door for you, so now you're unemployed.
Ah, shit. Well, mind if I stick with y'all? Maybe get back into his good graces at some point.
What we're doing has nothing to do with.
You're probably soon. The next thing we're doing is not going to be much profitable. There might be wealth in it, but it's more of. We're heading down to Spalding. There might be some profit along the way. That's about it.
We could use some company on the way, though.
Good.
Profit's profit. Maybe I'll find my next employer.
You said you were good at combat, right?
Per se, yeah. I can hold my own.
Any other skills? Anything?
Ooh, I dabbled in the magical arts, but not enough to, really call myself a wizard or nothing.
Okay. I personally have no problem with you tagging along, but just if the group says no, group says yes, it'll be more to them. But I will let you have the full disclosure. We are probably not going for profits seeking for a bit.
Hey, the profit don't just come in gold. It can come in good stories, good friends, and in gold.
Are you
And
aboard?
it seems to me like y'all. Am I a bard? No.
Those
Afraid I ain't
insulting
much use in it
accusation.
with an instrument. How dare you, madam?
I have some.
Should we-
So pick up
Oh,
whenever
there
I
you are,
leave.
Flea.
Listen, you know, you have to have something driving
Yeah.
you to go somewhere.
Yeah, the thing is, it's
Well, I
There's
don't know
not-
if I agree with that. Dar doesn't have any place he's particularly going, and Ridge doesn't, and I don't really. That's not how Forrest and I got here.
the biggest thing I'm just trying to figure out is your just skill set. So if anything happens, what should I do in the situation to react to things? Should
Obviously,
I
protect him.
protect him? Yes, but is it protect him like protecting Forrest, or is it protecting him like protecting how Galen? I don't protect Forrest with the same. I don't need to protect
I'll-
Galen as much as I need to protect Forrest.
I'll tell you what.
Well,
We combat
Some of the
into a
time.
combative situation with some danger, swords drawn, knives at the ready.
I deserve it.
Let's have a little race to see who's quicker to the draw.
you sure? Do you want to do that?
Said draw. He's a gunslinger, right?
Sure. I'll bet.
Well,
it.
with the accent, just so you can pull out the knife. I could try.
Should we head back to the
We can head back
pyramid,
to
or
head back to the pyramid. Would you like to come with us and we can see stuff more, discuss more about this at our residency?
Fair enough.
Okay. Yep, time to go back to our big fucking pyramid.
You all walk downstairs. Yeah, Dar?
As we, well, outside, once we're outside, Talon will take off, and as he's taking off, manages to poop on Gray's forehead, which runs down his nose. Though Dar doesn't really notice, he's looking at the sights.
I have a passive of 19, sir. I'm gonna see that coming.
Yeah, roll to hit.
Yeah, because I'd roll
Straight
with that because Miss
D20.
Gray can maybe kill that.
Yeah, and your bird can go bye-bye very fast. She knows guiding bolt. Just
God.
So she dodges out of the way.
well, I said roll to hit. Roll a d20.
Oh, D20. Okay.
Yeah. You have
I
to
use
beat
my
her AC.
I use my advantage.
All right. Gray, your AC
Oh.
is 15 right now.
17.
Haha.
Oh, there it is.
Cracks right on top of your forehead.
Dar hears Gray exclaim and looks over and is genuinely surprised and looks up at Talon as he's in the sky and
Of 11 billion
Talon.
ribbons and
and-
things on me. We're good.
He gives out a hawk screech because I definitely can't do it.
Call.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, Gray. Apparently you've upset Talon.
Gray, you are fully aware of what Falcon tastes like. Not bad.
Oh my god.
Just wait.
Well,
You're talking to a worshiper of the god of decay. I can
Eh.
wait.
in his defense, you did cast a spell on me without provocation.
I have every provocation.
I was just staying there doing nothing.
You've avoided my questions for a very long time.
I've answered any questions you put to me.
I only care about answers that are truthful.
And I've been truthful.
It was like the most suspicious way in the world to say that.
Exactly what a liar would say. But anyways, you all begin walking through the city streets of Alona. Dar, your first time here in Alona, you see the very long streets that have the slightly curved gutters in the area to allow the flow of water and plumbing to enter into them and into some type of presumed sewer-like system. You begin walking through this entire area, and you are clearly in the very nice part of town, moving over towards one of the gates that a couple of the guards open up for you all and allow you past. And within about an hour and a half of walking, you all make it over to Gray's Pyramid, which has changed slightly. As you go there, you see the top of the pyramid is now a glass pyramid at the very tip of it, opening up some type of skylight down inside. Across a few of the side tiles, there's even a few openings as well with glass pane windows placed in there as well, and there appears to be a very large rolled up carpet for people to walk up towards the middle of the pyramid where the entry into it is. And Dar and Ridge, this is completely out of place. Everything else just looks like tightly squeezed together little shops, and yet this pyramid just is, well, halfway destroying that one and taking up space for like 3 more.
This is a rather odd structure. Did it just fall out of the sky?
It came out the ground.
Came out of a bean.
It was in a bean?
It's a long story.
That is what I'd like to hear later. Ridge is staring in awe.
Yeah, it's our pyramid. My brother and I built this. I'm gonna go.
Can you go to your room?
And I'm gonna go head off and check out Tick and Talk. Make sure they're fed and.
Flea, can I stay in your pyramid?
It's more of Miss
Yeah,
Gray's
you can.
pyramid.
That's
Okay.
Thank you, Flea.
Rich. You're more than welcome to stay here too.
Oh,
They don't have any
thank you,
places to
Cam.
go. I mean, I thought it would be, it's nice to help people.
All right.
Ridge will turn to Gray and just say, kind of like, give a small bow, like, if it's all right, I promise I won't be any harm to any of you, and trouble, and if you really do oppose, I can always find a tavern.
No. It's all right. You don't bow. Okay, that's kind of weird. It kind of, yeah, I'm not into that.
Fair enough.
But you're welcome to stay here, and there are job boards all around, so check those out while you're figuring things out.
So, Flea, you head out back,
Yeah.
where you see that there is a new fencing put in. All wood
Cool.
for Tick and Talk, who are both sitting there and lying down on the ground, and as soon as you walk up, they both stand up and look over at you and smile.
I'm gonna feed him and just make small talk. Just tell him about our adventures and ask him how they are and all that. We don't have to RP it. Just that's what I want to do.
Dar will investigate the pyramid.
And Rich, do you want to do that quick draw inside?
Oh, I wouldn't dream of
Seems like
showing what I'm made of until it's really necessary,
Seems like it could be fun.
if you don't mind.
as you climb up into the pyramid, all of you. You look down inside where it looks to have rows of herbalism and apothecary-like jars and crates sitting on top of platforms and a few dangling, possibly dangerous plants reaching down from the ceiling itself, and the daylight allowing them all to, keep fresh inside of here. You go down here and you see that there are 4 side areas, each of which are labeled private quarters, mortuary, private quarters. And it is very well constructed in the past, what has it been, week? It looks almost operational, Gray.
Lee, where should I stay?
Please out back.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
no.
out back with the giant goats.
Okay, I just investigate and try to head up.
I'll go find Lonnie.
Sitting there awkwardly. Just looking at everything.
Lonnie.
You call out and you hear from the mortuary room a little crashing sound, and he walks over and opens the door. Oh, you're all back. A little halfling guy with a utility belt around his waist and appears to be a little tired. Welcome back.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you. What I did. What I do. Who the hell are these new guys?
I don't know.
Greetings, I am Dar.
Hello, Dar. I am Longi of the Longfoot.
Greetings, the Longfoot.
His eyes just drop.
Howdy, my name's Ridge. Pleasure to meet you.
Howdy. He then looks back over at you, Gray. What the hell was wrong with the other ones? I mean, other than what we know.
Were you the gardener that grew this place?
No, I'm the construction man.
So, Miss Gray, I'm probably gonna head out. Go prepare for tomorrow morning. Just grab the
Sure.
things I need in town.
You're welcome to stay here if you need a place. I think there's an extra spot.
Thank you, Miss Gray.
Um,
I'll take that up probably next time. I'll definitely take it up.
Tomorrow, and then we'll rest today. Tomorrow we'll head toward an edited formation.
Towards Spalding, and then to get more information about the netted. Because, okay, you all know about netted, right?
Oh. Are you guys picking up the Whitestone mission I've seen around town?
The what?
Oh, it's a new job on one of the notice boards. They're apparently taking together a large group of people to head over there to collect some falling white stone from the rear side of netted formation and to bring it to Spalding.
Well, it looks like we are now, because that could be useful the way to get netted.
Yeah, I think that sounds like our ticket.
Yup.
You all know about the circumstances surrounding the netted mountains, right? Anyone respond?
Apparently not.
I can't hear you.
Y'all know about the situation surrounding the Netted Mountains, right?
About how you're not supposed to go on them.
Yep. Just making sure everyone's aware that when we go there, we will be trespassing.
So we just go round?
It looks like we're gonna be offered to go right up to them. Looks like a job, just golden opportunity has appeared.
Huh.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
enough. No Longy.
Yeah.
Did
Calls out from inside the mortuary room.
who's put up the job notice?
I didn't pay attention to none of that bullshit.
Okay.
Just saw that they were offering, like, 10 silver a week.
Okay.
That's not bad.
I mean, for mining,
True.
fuck that shit. I mean, I do manual labor as is, but I would never do that. That just seems tedious. Ugh. Not to mention you have to breathe it all in. What happens when one of the chunks falls on you? Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I kept one of the chunks to your pyramid. I put it in your room in case you want to do something weird with it.
You're a good friend.
Oh,
Yep. Just so I can get a nice bonus this year.
He gets tossed in rapid succession another 5 gold.
Grabs it. Yeah. Good bonus. Puts it in a pouch and walks off. Back into the mortuary room. You see now that he's actually constructed some type of drainage into those like pipings underneath the pyramid itself, so that when you drain the bodies of their various liquids, it can all immediately go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cad's gonna leave at this point.
Alrighty. Alright, I'm giving you a Hawk character sheet now.
Yes, but do small shopping, then head to Lazutov.
Alrighty. Just remedial bullshit?
There's a masterwork rapier he needs, so he can actually put an augment in it.
Oh, just the masterwork
just
rapier.
just
Yeah?
I know.
Yeah, that's
what.
what, okay.
That's what he needs to go buy.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not just a thing. You have to actually, like,
Yeah, I
look
know.
for those things.
Yeah,
But
I
what were
know.
you saying, Gray?
I was gonna say, yeah, I was actually gonna go look for a masterwork trinket.
Going shopping too, Miss Gray?
Yes, let's go. I have an idea for this.
Okay. So, I would like both of you to roll me an investigation.
Is everyone going shopping, or I didn't know you guys were going to take off first?
I have no idea.
But I announced it. Kate announced it out loud, basically. I'm going to go shopping, then I'm going to Lazutov for like 2-3 hours to relax and sleep.
Yeah. Okay. No, and I heard you announce it now. I just, as a player, I didn't know we were going to go home and then head off something. It's okay. I'll go tomorrow.
I guess Dara will join you. I'll join you, Cade. What is shopping?
What?
What is shopping?
Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm from Valen. Where are you from? I'm from Valen. I just don't know what shopping
Zone of
is.
truth.
Yeah, like this is.
Oh,
There's only
jeez.
so much little knowledge you can know. I'm from the
Alrighty.
backwoods.
Cage will be
And,
back.
and Flea, if you want to go shopping with them, you were taking Tick and Talk out for a walk, right? There. Hey, done.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
There we
Okay,
go.
good job.
Perfect.
Like even
Alright.
Cade is taken back at what is.
Charisma
Let's
saving
start-
throw.
Yep.
Constitution.
Everybody?
Charisma, both of you. What'd you say,
Let's
Rich?
see.
Okay, it's just those two. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're
Cade,
going with them, in which case, yeah.
you want to come shopping? We're probably not gonna ask you
Rich is
questions.
probably following Cade, just in case.
Very well. So go ahead and give me a
Seems to
charisma
be
save as
friendly.
well. We'll leave Flea out this time because he's walking from around the corner. All right, Ridge, yeah, you can keep lying. So, Gray, you know Dar and Cade cannot lie right now. That doesn't mean they're forced to say the truth, but they can't lie.
Dar, why won't you tell us where you're from?
Because it's a secret.
Why is it a secret?
Should I pull out the stopwatch for 10 minutes?
If it wasn't, if it wasn't a secret, I could tell you. But obviously, if it's a secret, I can't tell you.
You can trust me.
You have cast Zone of Truth on me twice already. I'm good, thank you. And Dara walks 20 feet away.
Snag. I now have strong of 19.
Yes.
Yup. And
I
also,
can't find where I can correct it. Can I just put it in the?
just add Gauntlets of Ogre Strength to your character sheet and rename it whatever
Okay.
Masterworked item it is in. What Masterworked item is it in?
She wants to get an eye, a replacement
Oh,
glass eye.
so you're not attuned to it yet.
Ah, fuck, that's right.
Yup. Anywho, yeah. So even if you do leave the range, you're still affected by the spell. It's not while you are inside of the radius of the spell. The radius only applies at the point at which it was cast.
So is Cat still? Well.
Oh yeah, Cat's still.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I thought it was within range.
Hopefully.
I still am perturbed that Gray and walk off outside to the entrance.
Strange one. Yeah. Strange man. Why am I saying that?
I don't know. Okay.
So why
Okay,
is
so I
she
may have
consistently
tried
casting
to-
spells at us?
Tried to manipulate information out of him, but listening to you, I don't think you have enough motivation to hurt anyone, and he just seems to want to be so glued to Galen's ass that there's a joke in there somewhere, but I just so
Cade just keeps his mouth closed. Yep, Cade's keeping his mouth closed.
I
Back
just
for the day
I
and all
needed
that.
I can't say I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I
find-
missed forest stability.
I was sensing some instability amongst y'all. Won't lie.
Well, we kind of lost a third of our party within 2 days. 2 to 3 days.
That's sorry for your loss.
We died like a warrior. It's fun.
Good way for it.
Well,
The other one just walked away, kind of thing. He'll be back though.
yeah, I wouldn't say lost. I mean, Galen's ashes still exist. Those weren't lost.
Am I detecting some form of necromantic intentions, or
You
I
hear from
read
behind the
in
other
room
door.
incorrectly?
The exact opposite, in fact.
Longy walks out of the room carrying a what looks like a jar full of organs for Gray and placing them on different counters.
The cat skull candelabra will be on the next shelf.
Yep.
So, Miss Greg, how long am I gonna be forced to speak my mind?
Oh, you're good.
Oh, okay. Thank
And
you.
like the little moth that's in like
Wait.
fluttering about his head, and Dars kind of shoots back to.
Can you cancel that spell? I thought it's a time thing.
Sure, you can
It's-
dismiss it. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, Dar, as you're walking outside, somebody walks up to you. Would you like to buy some sausage? You can't lie right now.
That was a low pitch there. Bro.
That's the big thing. I just didn't want to go shopping. Well, I had to tell the truth.
How
You want some sausage?
Sure, thank you.
Well, hey! Slaps her hand away. You pay for it.
I pay for it.
Yeah, 5 copper pieces per link.
So I give you copper in exchange for the sausage.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't have any coppers.
What do you
I
got?
have, I don't know, like 1,500 gold.
I mean, a gold works too. Yeah, I could do 1 gold for a link. No problem.
Does the sausage look any good?
It's cooked sausage that's wrapped up in some like doughy substance. And it's like a sizable link as well. Like, think of those Annie Ann sausage rolls.
Okay, here you go. And Galen gives him a gold for the sausage.
Gives you a sausage. He goes,
Galen,
Thanks.
no, Dar.
Dar, yeah. Well, nice doing business with you, I suppose. Thank you very much. Hey, do you want to buy any more? I got about 6 more I got to offload before I can call it quits for today.
I'm good, thank you.
Sure. No problem. Hey, do you need a refreshment to wash it down? And pulls out, like, little bits of water.
Oh. No, thank you. I have water, and Dar shows him a canteen.
All right. Well, hey, if you need any more sausage, you be sure to find me. I'll be around town. It just keeps walking off. Welcome to the big city, kid. Yeah, pretty much.
Gray probably heard the entirety of that conversation.
Yeah, nobody was being quiet about it.
Ridge is quietly chuckling.
So netted formations.
Yeah, I mean, once the Zone of Truth fades from him, I guess Dar will go back in if they're still inside talking.
Oh, I assumed you all are walking to go buy some random shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dar tries the sausage.
It's good. Super greasy. Heavily processed. You're not sure what type of meat it is. but it's good.
Thank you.
We'll need climbing gear for everyone.
I think I still had some. Let's see, I have my climbing kit. Did anyone else buy any climbing kits?
I don't think I have any. No.
Let's see, I thought we have like 4 in the party loot. We have 4.
Really?
Yeah, I bought a lot of them. Remember? Because I bought.
Oh yeah,
tons of
you're
supplies.
the Boy Scout. That's right.
I'm the one who
have
buys
4.
nonstop. So we're at 5 total. If you include Kate has on its own possession.
Okay, and then I'll get one for myself. So it's what, 25?
Something like that. And you know what? If you guys are doing some rudimentary shopping, I think we'll go ahead and go on break and take care of that during break, okay? Be right back.
Okay.
Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Excuse
you.
me. Oh, wow, that one snuck up on me. Okay. Oh. I breathe a little better now. Anyways, before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. If you're interested in supporting us a little bit further, though, turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on anything that is happening, or you can become a paid member to our channel. Do you love NPCs? I have a lot of really unique NPCs. If you want to support those, become an NPC lover at $4. And it goes into my pockets and it gets you a few little messages that I really need to get on. You know, I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to send out messages to everybody on our channel who is one of our fantastic NPC lovers, you know? Who knows, maybe I'll do something fancy with it. But if you want to support us outside of that, you can join us on Patreon, down in the link in the description below. Where last we left off, the party had awakened inside of Vanessa's home in Valen, where you were given a nice, meaty pot or pan pie for all of you to consume and eat. It was actually quite good, quite hearty as well. After having a short conversation about what it is all of you are going to be going to do and how you're going to be doing it and trying to zone or truth one another and all of that other jazz as well, you know, everything else you got to do, you decided that you were all going to step outside, where you ran into Corvi, the individual who commissioned you all previously for the job here in, or not there, but over out past the woods where the fallen town seemed to have been. Corvi took down all of his notes and introduced, well, not so much introduced as left you with his employee named Ridge. I mean, for all intents and purposes, seemingly normal individual. I mean, compared to the characters that all of you are, he's normal, which is kind of a statement to be made. There must be something wrong with them. But anyways, after all of you guys discovered that, you tried telling him, hey, we're ready whenever you are, and he seemed to get very snippy with that, and the only natural response that Vanessa would allow is clap back, like the clapper, and made sure that his entire day was going to be very uncomfortable because of her and Gray's conversation about sandal tying. Now, in case any of you are wondering, you don't tie sandals, people. But they managed to have a 10-minute long conversation about it. Anyways, you teleported back over into Alona, where all of you left Corvi's employment, including Ridge, because Ridge just seemed to have annoyed him one too many times, and as Cade always does, he adopted the person who just was around. Yeah, you're adopted now, it happens. Every adventurer deals with it. And then you all managed to go back to Gray's Pyramid, where it seems that Longy had improved quite a few little aspects and features about it, including giving you all your personal rooms, as was requested, though Flea, your room is not personal. It is still shared with your brother, who's not here, but it belongs to the two of you as far as he is concerned. And then you all went out into the streets after Zona truthing again, and Gray getting increasingly more frustrated with Ridge's ability to avoid answering questions plainly. It's very fucking annoying to deal with for Gray, but for the DM, it's entertaining as hell. And then you all decided to go and do your little bit of shopping, and we'll zoom you all back together after your shopping montage. Hey. You all meet up at Gray's Pyramid. Ba-ba-da-ba. Good job.
Oh. Yep. So we're leaving. Should we go check out the job opportunity before we head out in the morning? Or would you like to do it in the morning?
I think if we look at it now, then, well, I don't know, but Forrest, I'm sure, would suggest that we look at it now, because then we can see if there's, make sure that we're prepared for tomorrow, or to see if there's anything to help us get down there, like the job Longy was talking about.
Perfectly reasonable. Yeah, we can get down to the quest board. Off we go.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
West, where do we go? Joe, you're not talking. If you're...
You walk an estimated 1.5 city blocks before finding your way over to a new job posting where they seem to be advertising, looking for strong, able-bodied individuals to help preserve the safety of the Spaulding estate. We will pay for your voyage, we will pay for your food and water, and you will be granted 10 silver per work week that you commit to picking up all of the slabs of white, smooth stones that had fallen from the netted formation and gathering them up with our excavation team to bring them over to Spaulding. For more information about this job, please contact the local advisor of Spaulding himself.
I'll look around at the party and I guess Gray's really the only one qualified to do this.
Is silver something else you can buy things with? Yeah, Jairus is loving this.
It's a newborn baby.
It depends on the item. You can use silver. Most people find it convenient if it needs gold. But yeah, silver is generally the medium price if you want to say it, and generally it could be up to a gold. More of the better qualities are generally in gold. You also forget Cad likes to buy expensive things.
Do I know who the counselor is? Or the representative?
Someone's eating?
I'm sorry, after my first game, I had to rush, so I didn't get a chance to eat lunch. So, yeah. So, the parlor member, or the district advisor of Spaulding, his name is Drew So. Spaulding. Rousseau Spaulding. He is on his second term as advisor under Spaulding as well. And, I believe it was Flea and Forrest who had a previous interaction with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, Flea, you're more than aware of who he is.
He liked to eat, if I remember right.
Okay. Helpful. Well, what time of day is it?
Midday.
Okay.
Yeah. Valen to Alona is only about a 1-hour time shift. And since the sun rises in the west instead of the east, which is opposite of us, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Because of that, Alona is 1 hour before Valen.
Well, the ambassador offices should still be open if you want to go ahead and let them know.
I'm gonna go. I'll go talk.
Would you like to go along, Flea?
Yeah,
Move your mic a little closer, Gray.
Let's go. I'll yeah, and then I'm gonna shrink into a little mousey and then crawl up Gray and get tucked into the
The
ropes.
layers.
Yep.
Like an onion. Sorry. I can't think of layers without thinking about onions anymore.
That is fascinating. Bridget's like staring at the mouse as it scurries up, like, huh.
So Flea turns into a mouse and scurries up on Gray.
Yep.
Let me roll something real quick.
Now start heading.
Your familiar
towards-
does not attack Flea.
No.
Let's start walking towards the offices downtown.
As they are,
Yeah, I'll start
as
walking that way.
everybody's-
Go ahead, Ridge.
As everybody's starting to, as everybody's starting to walk there, Ridge is gonna kind of walk up alongside Dar and just kind of lean over, like kind of quietly whispering over to him. You know, Dar, was it?
Yes.
I noticed you were having some trouble with, currency, how to use it. Can I give you a little advice? What I've learned these many years. It don't really matter what kind of coin you're using. It just matters if you have the right amount that you're throwing at them. So throw hard, throw many, and it'll probably come to fruition of whatever you're trying to accomplish.
So you're
Gonna join the rest of the group.
so you're supposed to throw the coins to people you're buying things from?
No, you're not.
Ridge was whispering.
Gray has a really good passive.
Gray has a
And,
She's observant.
and Dar wasn't whispering.
That's fair.
Someone's throwing apples right now. Someone's throwing apples.
I have a feeling Gray is going to say in Infernal to Cad, Toll the Dead might work on those two, primarily because of the I feel like there are certain organs that are already dead.
Yeah. Give them more time. They might come around. We might warm up to them. Or they might die.
If something's chasing us, tripping one of them.
Anyways,
I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. And Cat just gonna keep walking. It's like, yep, I didn't hear that.
you all begin heading over towards Parlor, which is the much finer section of town that you all were originally in when you were working with Corby, and then left to go back to the pyramid, and now you're headed back there again, and it's back. And as you spend about an hour or so to get over there, you all go over towards Parlor's magnificent, what is that called? Diplomats building, the Congress building. Yes. As you all move over and inside of there, you see that there's a handful of individuals seated in chairs right now, kind of looking very annoyed, some of which are holding pieces of paper, some of which are holding broken items that they have, some of which are just holding their children looking very pissed off. And as all of you walk in there, you see an individual seated at the desk turns and looks at you all, and they have heavy, heavy bags under their eyes, but they still give you the same generic smile with a very dead look behind their eyes as they look over at you all. Hello, is there something I can help you all with?
We're looking to take the job offering to go to Spalding.
Wonderful. The representative needs to speak to you all directly. Let me, yes, let me, go see if he is, busy. Please follow me. And he walks down the way with all of you. And as you walk down the heavy hallway, you see, the very smooth, nice marble floorings underneath you, the large, almost Greek-like architecture inside of here with the different pillars holding up different heads and, and holding up different, not holding up, but also the large portraits of every single person who has worked as one of the representatives within this wonderful, beautiful, free city of Alona, and you all make it over to the Spalding door, which is ostentatious with gold ivory sitting around the edges and a very solid white wooden door as well, and it all looks way too prime and proper. And he knocks on the door. Yes? We have some people interested in your job. You may come in. He opens the door, and you see a very robust, fat, wide man sitting down in a chair that looks like it is in pain from him sitting inside of it. His face is covered with all of these different little bits of sauce and like bits of chicken in his teeth as he's currently wiping it up with a bib that was tucked in, and you look down at a massive tray of hot wings that he was presumably inhaling. Excuse the mess, I was on my lunch break when all of you interrupted me, but it is fine, I will forgive you all.
We are sorry for intruding on your lunch break.
Yes, of course. You must be... I'm sorry?
We saw your ad.
Wow, right down to business. Oh, I love it. Yes, we are looking for trustworthy, strong individuals to help us with our sanctity of our most prized possession to my family. Of course, you've all heard of the netted formation. He starts rasping on top of his chest.
How could we not? Well,
of course. The most magnificent view in all of Comorta, the first family to have founded it and who gazes upon its beauty every single day. It is a marvelous, marvelous
it's been a marvelous sight.
phenomenon.
I am envious of the ability to be able to see it in the mornings.
Of course you are, but it is okay. Not everybody can be born of pedigree. And he looks over at you, Flea, and his eyes narrow.
Isn't Flea
He's
inside?
currently a little tiny mouse inside her robes.
Never mind. Yep. Yeah.
Did it on
yeah.
purpose.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I had him roll a history check. He just happened to roll high.
Allow us to introduce ourselves. We are Pyramid Inc., and we would love to take the contract you have put out.
You all are the ones with that massive obelisk in the middle of one of the lower sections, are you not?
Why, yes, we are.
Although I appreciate the architecture, I think it is a bit, lacking in flavor. You may consider growing some plants across it or something, just for future reference.
It's a recent addition. We're still improvising on its beauty.
Of course. So,
Covered in like belladonna and black moss.
yeah. And he's sitting here thinking of like sunflowers and daisies.
I didn't say what we're covering it, what and how we're improving it.
Oh, it'll be covered. Well, anyways.
I could cover it with dirt and have an
underground above ground pyramid. They never expect the layers.
So, should I get some of the finer details of the terms are very vague of exactly what you would like us to do for you?
Vague? I thought I had a very reasonable advertisement. I am looking for individuals whose hands are already muddied and sullied by the earth itself, who can lie them upon my glorious slabs that have fallen down the formation, and to bring them over to Spalding for us.
We can do that. We just want to know any more details we could use to be at most advantageous towards you.
Of course.
We want to do this job at the most professional.
I assumed I would have had to communicated every small detail to all of you. He says very condescendingly. Each of you pick that up very easily.
Oh yeah, very much so. Kate's just ignoring it though. Yes, more important things to deal.
So, we are going to sail there. Once there, you all are going to break up the masses of our chunks of stone, put them into carts, and transport them safely to Spalding.
We can do that. I was just wondering details.
I assume 12-hour workdays are to your liking.
Those would be perfect.
Mm.
I won't complain about that. We just want more information of the local wildlife that might be, local hazards, stuff of that nature that we could deal with if they interfere with the transportation.
That side of the netted formation is a little more unkept compared to the others, of course. You have to understand, it's the backyard. Nobody ever tends to the backyard as well as you tend to the front yard.
Of course.
Says as a very matter of fact.
Yeah.
And inside of the forest, there are a number of different beasts and creatures that live out there roaming and frolicking, and we try not to pester any of them as they are our protection from any would-be con artists that come over and try stealing from my family.
Will they
Glad you
interfere
have
with
those
us?
protections.
Oof.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Gray?
So I'm sure I'm glad you have those protections. Excuse me.
Yes, of
I
course.
traveled, my mouth is just.
You might want to move your mic a little closer, by the way. You are a little soft.
It's better.
Yes.
Will these creatures at all interfere with the mining and transportation process, or is there no risk at all?
They may interfere. The wild beasts and such out there, so who knows how they like to do things. But
Do we have permission to defend ourselves if they do? Or would you,
you
like
have
us to drive them
permission
off?
to defend me and my investments as much as is necessary, including to lose your life for such a valiant effort, if need be.
Kay just nods. Just the fakest of smiles on his face.
Biscuit's in chat. Hi, Biscuit.
Hey, Biscuit.
New
what day are
player
we taking?
Biscuit says hi.
Oh, we're ready to get
New
started.
player says, hi, Biscuit.
Go ahead, Gray.
Sorry about that.
You're fine. Well, we're ready to get started. Where do we meet to load up and when?
Meet us over by the south entrance of Olona, over by the piers and docks. You can grab the specifics from the clerk out front. And you all notice now that the clerk who brought you all in here immediately fucking left. As bad as it was out there, they did not want to be here.
We will endeavor to succeed in this contract as quickly and professionally as possible. We thank you for your employment of us.
Of course, of course. And Shanti's Rim somewhere. I'm not sure. But anyways, please be gone. You are interrupting my lunch break. I still have another 3 hours I would like to participate in.
And Kay will politely stand up and turn and make a face, then start walking.
The door very gently closes behind you all. I hate myself for role-playing him.
I've unburied 3-week-old moose. That was worse.
Well, hopefully he doesn't remember us. He'll probably forget us by next week when we don't show up. He makes a little comment, an infernal to you.
Unless he tracks every penny.
Well, as long as we don't receive payment. I just want, the second we go up there, we just quickly disperse into the mountains. All this conversation is infernal, just for clarification, Jiro.
Oh, fine. So exactly one person may not understand. Cool.
Well, more so people.
The
more
people
so,
around us.
Yeah,
Mm,
because we're still in the estate.
you're right. The odds of a devil being in a government building pretty low.
Maybe.
I
Well,
mean,
Sorry,
they
I
are
was-
speaking lizard folk.
True. Yeah,
I,
lizard folk is their common.
Sorry, I was coming from the tiefling is every queer person's character ever.
You're not
Angle.
incorrect, but why you gotta call people out like that? Yeah, I know. First character in the community. N!
N, yes. So I am calling myself out in the middle of that. Well, we've got. Where's the clerk? And I listen for crying.
You do hear crying coming from one of the side little break rooms, and then a few moments later, as if like on the dot, 1 minute, they walk out. Hello.
Well,
You're hired.
we were hired, yes. We're
Wonderful.
seeking more details.
Yes. Please meet us over by Shanti's Rim. There is going to be a small galleon vessel that will be transporting us all, or you all. I'm not going. Us
Actually,
all.
Grace
You
gonna
all.
Reach out and cast calm person. Or calm emotions.
I quit, and they walk out.
Oh my
Toss some
Retail
gold.
workers? Yeah. Retail workers, when they're over it, clock out. Just. Thank you. Oh,
They
thanks.
heard the last person that they just say you've lost a customer. You know what? Okay, fine.
Every time. But yes, you pay over the 10 gold and it goes, Shanti's Rim, small galleon. It has the Spalding name on the side of it. They call it the sperm whale. And then he walks off.
I'm concerned. Well, have passage to Spalding.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Or not exactly Spalding, but at least on the right side of the continent. Yeah, a lot closer. A lot closer. So anyways, I assume you all head back over to the pyramid, or is there anything else you all would like to do?
Yeah, I think we head back. I've been doing a short rest while they were talking to him because he put me to
Yeah.
sleep. So
I'm ready.
Alright.
Let's head back.
And I just changed the permissions of the party loot. Any of you can view, any of you can edit. Whoever is editing, announce that you are editing to everybody out loud, and nobody interacts with it as they're doing that. I just realized
I'll
Forrest
be
was the
editing.
one in charge of editing, so
I'll be editing.
to make it easier, all of you edit. There you go. Done. So yes, you all head back over towards Gray's fine estate, the pyramid. And as you all enter into there, you begin relaxing a little bit. There's a small kitchen, I mean very small kitchen, devised inside of the boys' room, since they also need some form of cooking utensils and things for some of Forrest's activities. So, did
Oh my. Oh.
No, I was just like, he's cooking drugs.
oh,
Yeah, that's what I was.
that's better. Okay. I was about to say I didn't see the innuendo, but I have to trust you on that. Yeah. Anyways, so you all make it back inside of the pyramid itself, and Longy comes out after working for about half an hour or so. So do I have to give you guys accommodations for the other two new guys? Or can they just cuddle with someone else?
You got a wall without rats?
Sir, we do not keep rats on the premises. Well, he looks
They're
over
dead.
at a... Yeah.
Then that's
Yeah,
good
we don't
enough.
have
I can post up on one of them.
You can sleep
Um,
on a wall.
I mean, I can lean up against it.
Oh.
Also, any of the bugs, they're friends. I
Yeah.
Fair enough.
will. Some of them just get chilly at night. Just tell them to go on, and they will.
I'll hold you accountable for them as bats, but otherwise, they're all right with me.
Don't be sweet, and they usually don't bite you. Anyways, well, I finished up your mortuary. Are you back, or are you still adventuring and shit?
Well, we did fairly well for ourselves, but this one is more of a favor for a friend. We'll be leaving pretty soon.
All right, so you guys are leaving again. Okay. Leave me... How many weeks are you going to be gone?
How long would it be? Just adding up the sailing, 2 weeks around there to look, and then sailing back.
At least a month, possibly more.
Okay. What you need, Longy?
Oh, it's about 20 gold a week for operations. I'm going to have to get some employees to start working here. Unless you
Okay.
just don't want employees and just want me to keep the place clean.
No, you said 20 a week, so
Yeah,
let's do
not
100.
including my pay.
Let's do 100 to be sure, and your pay?
Oh, you said I'm getting a raise, right?
Yeah.
Holds his hand out. You used to pay him 5 gold a week. But considering all of his
5.
new responsibilities...
We'll make it 10 a week, so that's under 40. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. Holy shit. All right. I'll get us a couple of people to work the area. You cool if we take some academic students who are learning, the whole herbalism thing? They work for cheaper since they get credit for their school. So
Then be sure that they do get their credit.
sure, I'll rough up their teachers if they try to wrong them. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, all of you, I'm gonna go and sleep. And he climbs a section inside of the pyramid where all of you notice there's a hammock sitting up towards the top.
Well, Ridge, Dar, you're welcome to stay until you figure out what you're doing.
This voyage seems pretty fine, so if you wouldn't mind an extra pair of hands, I'm pretty okay with if he's offering a lump sum, you don't gotta cut me in. If he's offering individual pay, yeah, I'll cut me a slice.
Yeah, well, when he gets down, have a conversation with him.
He was talking about the job they're about to do.
We're not. It's not a pay. We're doing a favor for a friend.
Oh,
We're just using them to get into the formation, to net information. Generally, it's very difficult to get into it. Now they're just letting us in for a job.
We're
You
being
know what?
deceitful.
Yes.
Telling untruths.
Yes.
That's fine by me. But again, I'm sitting pretty for myself for a while, so I'll use it for a little adventure and vacation.
Can you hit something?
I can hit plenty of things.
And you're okay with making them dead after you hit them?
Oh, for the most part, if they just need a roughen up, I can always just tie them to a tree, wait for the local guard to pick them up. But if lives are in danger, I will take a life.
Right. Well, like I said, you're ready. You're welcome to stay. The food places up and down the roads here. Don't give them more than a silver, and that's with a generous tip.
Oh, I thought the usual payment was a gold. Gives our Dara a slight glance.
You've all
Depends on
been
the
swindled.
restaurant. Depends on the restaurant. There is some restaurants, if you go towards the I'm trying to think of what echelon it was with district.
Well, I think Gray was still speaking.
Oh, I bet.
Well, you'd be right, Cat, I guess, but not around here. Silver at most.
Yeah, there's not really much in Shanti's room. If you go towards Parlor or the Founding, you could find restaurants that are up there in the gold maybe from you.
Fair enough.
Bless you.
Sorry about that. I thought that was,
So,
I thought I was muted.
I'm
Oh, I
going
thought that
to
was in
this-
character.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll go with that.
So I'm going to go to the spa. If anyone wants to join me, they can. And then I'm probably going to go to sleep. Any takers before I head off?
What's a spa?
Come with me. You're coming with me.
Lee, are you going? Because
Would you like to go?
I'll give it a little nod.
They usually have like a cheese platter.
Yeah, y'all look excited and happy.
Ridge, do you want to come?
Oh, I'm all good on spas. It's just I went recently, so
Okay. Suit yourself.
don't worry about me.
Suit yourself.
So, the four of you go out and go to one of the local spas. Three of you have to pay, of course, 5 GP each, unless you want the deluxe package, which is 10 GP. The deluxe package comes with a in-house massage as well as some scented oils for the water that you will be soaking in.
I
Yep,
have-
already. Already
I'll-
paid for that.
I'll throw 5 GP at the clerk.
Ah!
Sure.
We're getting him used to being alone. He's not been in many towns before. I apologize.
Need to put a leash on him. And a muzzle.
People will think very strange ideas if you do that, Miss Gray.
Gray is going to do the regular package because she has her own herbs and all that she's going to be putting in there. They're not going to be particularly happy with what she's going to put in there, but
Why is the water yellow?
that's mushroom.
I still have that hair ointments too. I can also use on here,
Jeez.
Miss Gray.
Mm,
I got that a long time ago. That hair oil.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was just gonna say that she's also like she'll get special like things to still be covered while at the bathhouse.
Cat just walks. He doesn't really get a towel or anything.
Oh, ready?
If he doesn't
So-
need to get.
You all go ahead, go to the spa, spend a nice little bit of relaxation there. Flea, there is a very kind platter of assorted different cheeses for you to partake in. And because you are a tiny little mouse, if somebody orders a cup, you could just spa in one of the cups.
There we go.
Just the pool of water would actually probably drown you eventually. Just that's an ocean right now. Ah. But anyway. After that, was there anything else you all wanted to do?
I'd like to. How long would it be to make a healing potion?
1 hour. Or it's a common magic item.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually a day of downtime, which is 8 hours.
Okay, won't have enough time then. But
You can do it while
Alright.
sailing, of course.
I'll save it for then.
Yeah, I don't have anything else I want to do after the spa. At night, I'm probably gonna sneak out of the pyramid and go sleep with Tick and Talk.
Alrighty. Well then, the first day of relaxation here in Alona goes by without a hitch, and then all of you manage to wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, sparkling, smelling like fragrances that aren't just the wilderness. Nice. Pampering is a good, healthy thing to do. Dar, honestly, you didn't need that much pampering, but you still got it. No, you weren't like super dirty or anything. You were just like average dirty, which is, normal.
He's not Kai.
Yeah. But anyways, first thing in the morning, you all wake up and you're heading out? Or did you want to do
Heading.
something else?
Setting out, yeah. If we have time, go for a morning run. That's about it.
You could do that if you would like.
Yeah, that's about it.
Alrighty. So, you all walk through the city streets here in Alona, moving through over towards Shanti's Rim, which is the outer rim district of the entire city itself, the port side that the city attaches to and everybody sails in and out of as they need be. And you all go walking around looking for the sperm whale before eventually you find it. It's not the largest ship out here by any stretch of the imagination, though it does have this like blackened hull and like white color painting towards the top, and the crew all seems to be wearing very lavished looking gear as all of you start walking up there. One of the sailors stops and turns over towards you. What should they be? Let's go with Orc. An orcish individual turns and looks at you all with a sailor's outfit that is way too tight for them. Hi there. Welcome aboard. Are all of you the new employees?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Wonderful. Awesome. So, let us go going. We can give you your special accommodations down below. Here, just follow me. You guys don't have too much baggage with you, do you?
I have a horse carrying most of my things. That's about it.
You have a
Everything.
horse.
I can pay for the fare.
We'll see if we got room for it. Spalding family usually has a lot of things.
Yeah.
Walks over and
It's
heads
just-
down.
When having a high passive is a curse, she's just like
Ye-
not let. She's just look. If you look up, you're not. If you just look up.
So, you all head down below deck where he shows you these tiny little quarters, and I mean tiny. Inside of here, you kind of have to like walk sideways, and there are 3 bunks on top of one another, and there's 2 different sets of rooms for all of you to share. It is the smallest and crappiest of accommodations you could possibly.
So New
It
York.
looks nice and cozy in here. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Gray, what did you say?
Gray tries to put her armor. I may not fit.
Mostly whenever we have armor and stuff, we leave it over by a foot locker or stack it up in the corner so when you run out, you just grab it. Hopefully while sailing we won't need it. Yeah. Y'all do what y'all want to do, all right? We're set to leave whenever Spaulding shows up.
I'll hurry in and jump up onto the top of one of the top bunks.
Of course. There's exactly a foot and a half of room up there before the top, but hey, you're good.
Yeah, I'm 2'11", so I'm sitting comfortably.
I'll take the bottom bunk.
I'll take whatever is left.
Well, there's 2
Down here.
rooms. Okay. I would like room situations for reasons. Don't worry about.
Nothing suspicious at all. Ridge will definitely stay near Cade, wherever he's going.
I'll go to the other room. Sound good?
And I'm guessing Gray and Flea are in the same, but I could be wrong.
So Rage and Kate in one room, Ray and Flea in the other. Dar, where do you want to go?
I'll stay with you.
Same, but I'll keep most of my important valuables with Ridge, but I'm gonna stay near the horse with all the rest of my gear stuff. Just make it. No. Should I say? How trustworthy are these individuals? If I were to look at them.
They look like sailors.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
Okay.
I don't like their language. It's
No, they're
vulgar.
rough and tumble. They're vulgar. They're crude, even. Oh, my valid sensibility.
Ah, gee.
Anywho.
Anywho. So you all have your own special accommodations, and it is not exactly a room that would be reasonable for all of you to just relax in. You know, you kind of want to spread out, other than Flea. I mean, Flea could probably relax here, no problem. But everybody else, you would probably want to spread out across the deck somewhere, just moving around. And as you exit out, you do see that there is a magnificent large section of this entire... So, across the hall, sorry, my brain just farted out for a second. Across the hall, there seems to be a lot of different boxes, crates, and everything, filling it up quite a bit, but there's definitely a lot more space available and out in the open in this area, but all of it seems to be reserved for the Spaulding Royal Steed, the Spaulding's Growth Pots, the Spauldings, everything else that seems to just be connected specifically to that.
Yeah, Kate's just gonna spend time with the horse. He's not even going into the room too cramped. You are just a horse.
Growth pods, you said?
What'd you say? Growth pot,
What
yeah.
are in the growth pods?
Oh, you want to go over there and investigate? All right, roll me a nature check.
Oh, not rolling with disadvantage. 15.
No, so 15. It appears to be some type of herb that is utilized by individuals to slow their brain function down and assist them with sleeping in most situations. However, it can also be recreationally used for individuals to just relax.
Do I
That's
have a
his-
jar big enough that I can?
Knowing you, probably.
Okay.
You pick up a handful of it and toss it in your jar and tighten it up, and one of the sailors is walking by and goes, and then
I'll split it with you.
roll a persuasion. 11.
11.
They like come over and I'll pick it up from your room later tonight, though. Okay. Okay. And then heads off. Took you all of 10 seconds to become the designated drug dealer on this vessel.
I mean, mushrooms.
Yeah, it's a little long, isn't it?
1 second, everybody. I have to
whole 10
AFK. Just
seconds.
talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes.
Gotcha. Took a whole 10 seconds. That is longest we've ever gone. Let's see.
We're gonna test this again. Oh
Okay,
god.
testing. Oh,
Let's see how this works.
it's still a little, still like a
A
little,
little choppy.
It's like wavy. Remember those old
Did not mean to do that.
videos that you see like where it'd be like shades coming behind someone following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So,
Well,
Ridge, what do you like to do for fun?
huh. If I'm honest, I enjoy reading a good book.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, books
you
are
know.
good. My brother really likes books.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What kind of books does he read?
the ones that I find for him.
What
Do you
you
have
got
any-
on you?
Actually, I have. Give me 1 second. Hopefully, I wrote it down on here. I've got a book that I was gonna give to him, but he had to leave. You might like it, and I'll pull out a book and hand it to you. And the title is Tao of Desire.
Ooh, okay. What's it about?
I don't know. I didn't really get a chance to read it. I just found it, and my brother likes books, so I thought he might like it. Would you like to read it?
Absolutely. I think we have a long trip, so might be good. I can see the smile on your faces,
Yeah.
making me pretty.
Later on, when you flip through it, you're gonna realize it's a smut novel. But yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was immediately aware. I was like, oh no. Is okay. Question
it.
though,
Forrest
Is
really enjoyed
there-
that book.
is there like a heroic figure in it?
I believe so. I player to player, I had acquired this
You mean
book
a top?
Yeah, I had acquired this book from underneath someone's bed when I was hiding. So, but I haven't
I'm
really
back.
read it yet.
I'm sorry about that, everybody.
It's
Oh,
okay.
so you
Don't
did miss
worry.
that, huh?
Yeah, I missed it. What?
Oh no, don't worry about it.
Ridge has
We're
a new
good.
book.
No, we're role playing. Flea has been talking to Ridge, found out Ridge likes books, told him that his brother Forrest likes books, and then he's now lending Ridge a copy of Tao of Desire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I had
Yeah.
asked, is there a heroic figure in this book? Player to player, I'm asking, is there a heroic figure? And Gray just goes, do you mean a top?
Oh my.
You'll have to.
I am
watch
the
the preview.
reason for that particular sound
Yep.
being
You
on,
are.
on the soundboard.
Oh my god.
Player to player. If you want to know more, watch the previous episode.
We'll do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, everybody, you all settle into your nice, relaxing little spots here on top of the vessel. You all have your own individual little areas, but it's not really tremendous in any capacity. It's just barely enough for all of you to fit, and then you begin adventuring around the vessel, I assume? Unless you all just wish to sit cramped or lie cramped inside of your room.
I'm going to find a kind of a quiet spot and spend 8 hours working on a healing potion.
Easy enough. They actually have a nice little corner back away from everybody that has a workstation that their personal carpenter on the vessel works at, but until there's damage on the hull, they don't really have to do shit, so it's no problem for you to work there.
Cool, I know how to work around carpenter's tools. So herbalism with wisdom.
And I can help. I've also got herbalism skill, so I'll help.
Hey! All right, yeah, you're being assisted, so that cuts the time down in half.
Okay, so I'll make 2.
Sure. You make 2 of them in 1 day. So at the end of today, you'll have 2.
And that's standard.
Healing potion, yeah.
Yep.
2d4 plus 2. Anywho, after you all begin wandering the vessel a little bit, you hear from on top of the vessel, "Yes, of course, please take all of my belongings. Ah, I'm so happy to be leaving this god-forsaken town and finally heading home."
Yeah, Kate's immediately going to the horse and trying to maybe try to tune out the world for a bit until someone pops up.
All right, that leaves Flea. Are you Mouse or are you Flea?
I'm Flea helping out Gray.
Okay, so that leaves Ridge and Dar, that Spaulding sets his eyes on as he comes down here, or Grousseau sets his eyes on. Wondrous for the 2 of you, and I presume your other friends to join us all here today.
Oh yeah, it's a great pleasure.
Of course.
Greetings.
Of course. Hello. Yes. I hope all of your accommodations are fair for you. Sorry there's not a tremendous amount of extra space here, but you understand I have many private collections that I need to bring with me everywhere I go.
Oh no, this is actually more than spacious.
Of course it is. And he looks like he's about to pat you, but then decides he doesn't want to get his hand dirty, so keeps walking. But anywho, all of you, please maintain yourselves on our journey across the open sea, or the Brockwater, as they call it. We aren't going to have any stops until we make it over and get parallel with the formation itself, okay? Okay. As he says that, the captain of the ship is walking behind him and goes, "Actually, we'll be stopping at Uyak Monolith for 20 minutes or so don't worry." Appears to be a human man.
Understood.
The monolith, where is that?
Uyak
is, okay.
Monolith. Yes. It is
There
a
should probably-
massive and very old monolith that sits smack dab in the middle of the Brockwater and all of its reaches across the area. It is guarded by many different interested individuals, including people who are Balara and people who belong to Alona for their navy, of course. But nobody really steps foot on the monolith unless they wish to do any type of worship, which would inform you all somebody on the vessel wants to stop by for worship. Though what religious it's related to, roll a history check, anybody from here. That's not a bad roll. So, a very old religion that might not even be religiously affiliated was always here, Gray. And it belonged to a lot of the people who are the seafaring individuals out here who believe that the tide itself had its own personality, that you could appease it, that you could give it things, and it would listen and obeyed by you. Though, if the religion was ever anything more than people putting faith in something like weather, it's hard to tell. This is something that for hundreds and hundreds of years people have in Balara or Kamorder have been faithful towards, which means somebody on the vessel is a traditionalist and native.
I will keep a sharp eye and ear, singular eye, out for this native person.
Okay, then. So, as you all are listening to the very heavy and loud carryings of all of the personal belongings of Spaulding down here, inevitably Cade, your horse is kind of like put a little bit into a corner temporarily for him to set up his noble steed, which is a pony, a very fat pony, mind you. Definitely a show pony of some kind. And then after he retires to his quarters, yeah, he has his own quarters on this ship. They bring your horse over into that area with the pony for it to graze a little bit and relax.
I'll take care of both of them. I'll even try to assist with taking care of the pony.
Okay. Easy enough for you to do. So, all of you venture onto the ship, and now you're beginning to set sail across the open water. And I think that is a perfect place for us to end the session, everybody. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you all had a fantastic time, and I will see you all next time. Bye.